worked at Amazon as an intern.
I was working in Prime Video's team.
And you're currently full-time at Microsoft. What exactly you're doing? And
My main product is Word Web.
system design is becoming a new TSA.
Some extent, yes.
Do you think just know that and get a job?
Companies are investing a lot to just hire people. So you have to adapt to that first of all. And now the norms have changed.
If you have little bit of savage in you, you can literally fuck up this complete generation.
The company is shifting towards mobile. Most of the companies are shifting towards mobile.
4 guess 5 guess जितने से बात की है, out of 4, 3 से 8 AI उतना उनके लिए perfect काम नहीं कर पा रहा है कि they'll do end to end.
To answer that first question, I do not feel a whole application in itself can be built.
So correct.
Earlier, it was very hard to get those resources or to build an app. You'll have to push around a lot. You'll have to go read many documentation around it.
And how much AI is involved in that?
AI is involved majorly there. I restrain from using it while coding itself because it is not...
Okay.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm gonna say now? Hey everyone, so we have Akshit with us. Akshit, आपका स्वागत है Sheryians coding school में. Really happy to have you here. So in case you guys don't know about Akshit, obviously we'll introduce you with what he do and all of his experience. And आज ये talk, this is about like tech talk. This is not about, again, you already know, we don't discuss how do you crack Amazon, how do you crack Google, because I believe there's a lot of content out there related to that. So we are going to discuss some more technical things around actually working in companies like these. So when you watch these kind of podcasts, especially what we are bringing on Sheryians Coding School, you will have an understanding of कि okay, मेरे लैपटॉप का ऐप ऐसा होता है लेकिन रियलिटी में डेवलपमेंट ऐसा होता है. And in big giants the things are a little bit different. That is what you'll get to know in this video and the other videos which are around something, you know, like जिनमें हम guests को हमारे लेके आते हैं. So we have Akshit. Akshit, I think you have worked at Amazon and you are currently working at Microsoft.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
So.
I know. So welcome to Sheryians.
Thank you.
Now we are going to discuss, Akshit, with respect to both the companies. First of all, let's ask you a question, which is something I usually ask when somebody, you know, is coming from 2 or 3 different environments. So you have worked at Amazon as an intern, and you're currently full-time at Microsoft.
True.
What is the difference between Amazon intern Akshit versus Microsoft full-time Akshit? Like what life looks like, responsibilities, coding, how much is it's involved, how much AI is involved in coding, and overall decisions, like as an intern, were you taking some decisions or not? And as a full-time engineer, are you taking some decisions or not? More like that.
Okay.
You're getting me, like the complete 360 of life.
Okay. So first of all, there are 2 things. One is time period between both of these events, when I joined Microsoft versus when I joined Amazon. There was a huge difference. AI wasn't popular at that time, and now it is like mainstream. Something.
Okay. So for the Amazon, when was that time?
It was 2023.
2023?
June, 2 months I interned at Amazon. Okay. It was 2 months.
It was in office?
It was in office in Bangalore itself.
Bangalore. Okay.
Yeah.
And you were working on what? Like what exactly you were working on there at Amazon?
In Amazon, I was working in Prime Video's team. So basically they are expanding the Prime Videos to different countries. And while we are expanding, we have to take care of few aspects. And the team was majorly involved around that.
And what was your role there?
It was an internship. We were actually building a notification system. So I'll tell, there are Jira tickets. Tickets everybody is familiar with. So what happens is if you need to expand to another country as a whole, you would need to cut out many tickets to different teams that you need to do this work, you need to do this work. And you have to track all of those tickets, what is happening in that and who has responded, what is the status of those tickets. So all that ticketing stuff we automated. It was actually 2 people. There was another one who was a 6 months intern there, and me. So we automated that stuff, from getting notifications to emails about what is the status and this stuff. We built that internal service kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it comes to this current company, Microsoft, what exactly you're doing and how much coding is involved?
Okay, so I have actually, since I joined Microsoft in last July, I have worked on couple of projects. Some were microservices, internal services, but my main product is actually Word Web. So most of you people have used Word in the desktop, but there is Word in web as well. And nowadays a lot of traffic that Word is attracting is through web itself.
Correct.
So Word Web was my primary product, but now the company is shifting towards mobile. Most of the companies are shifting towards mobile, since you must know ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT का जो consumption है, one is productivity, उसका 70% traffic is through desktop, but one is consumption, searching, उसका most of the traffic, around 70 to 75% is through mobile. So most of the companies want to capture that. So Microsoft is also targeting.
That does make sense actually.
Yeah. So we are working on Word mobile kind of site.
Okay. So are we talking about you're working on an app or?
It is web app actually.
Right?
Since my background was Word Web, so I am working on the mobile version of that web app.
Okay. So this is still a website or it's a mobile app?
So it works on browser.
Okay.
It is a website, but it is more than a website in terms that, have you seen like in Gmail, if somebody sends you a PDF, how do you open it? You just open it right away, right? There's a previewer there.
Yeah.
Not, it doesn't go to your browser to open that.
Yes.
So that previewer is also a part of that. So Microsoft internally has many services. We all know Outlook, Teams.
Correct.
So everywhere people are sharing those Word
documents. How much coding is involved on your daily basis?
It is fully coding.
And how much AI is involved in that?
So I personally use AI to understand that big database, which I feel if I try to understand on my own, it would take a week or so. But with AI, specifically Claude, I like Claude. So we can do it pretty much faster, 1 or 2 days. Maybe we can ramp up many things with that. So AI is involved majorly there. I restrain from using it while coding itself, because it is not very much good in, I feel it is not very much good in the LLD stuff.
Do you know what I'm gonna say now? Don't okay. Let me tell you, to everyone actually, if you have seen our previous podcast, I don't know whether you have or not, but I've been wearing this same shirt the past 3-4 podcasts, and that is because it's the same day. It's the same evening actually. I came here, this is not Bhopal guys, I came here for podcast. So basically I had 5 guests, and one by one हम सभी के साथ podcast sessions shoot कर रहे हैं. So this with Akshit, and then there are a few more. So I don't know whether you have seen it, but yeah, what the main thing I was saying, Akshit, it was this. मैंने आज 4 guests 5 guests जितने से बात की है, out of 4, 3 से AI उतना उनके लिए परफेक्ट काम नहीं कर पा रहा है कि they'll do end to end and they won't need and the solution won't need any kind of intervention by any human. What I'm saying is कि ऐसा नहीं होगा कि पूरा सर्विस बना दिया and it won't need you to actually assist or even do something. But I had one guest with me जिनका opinion बिल्कुल different था. He said कि you can use AI for end to end. I would like to know your experience. क्या आपने कभी कुछ ऐसा build करने की कोशिश करी जो end to end हो and उसमें आपको कभी भी, and वो large scale पे हो, and उसमें कभी भी आपको intervention नहीं करना पड़ा? I'm not talking about a little apps, because obviously that can be done. We both know about that. But do you think when you actually try to make big things that actually needs कि आप वहाँ पे intervene करो या आप वहाँ पे किसी न किसी तरीके से AI को assist करो?
So I'll give you an example. When I tried कि पूरा app या पूरी service जो मैं create कर रहा हूँ, it gets built through AI. So it was an Instagram account which is completely automated. it comments on pictures, it comments on posts, it likes the posts, it follows people, it posts content, videos, images itself. So I tried to use there, but I felt that once, just in one time, you can't tell it that these are the things, and you have to build it like that. So that is too much context for AI. It would lose context at some point.
So
And when it loses that context, the overall design of the app loses. So it won't be able to design it that way.
Have you ever seen this? Because this is something जो मेरे साथ तो हुआ है.
Okay.
Like you try to make something, it's doing pretty good job till the mid, and then उसके बाद वहाँ पे एक बार उसने गलती करना चालू किया. From there, the complete thing is messed up. मतलब उसके बाद बहुत सारे bugs and approaches जो AI ले रहा है वो गलत हैं.
True, I have even noticed two behaviors. One is कि एक बार bug आ गया, it starts to do mistakes, many mistakes as you said. Another thing is when the context of the chat has increased a lot.
Yes.
It loses that.
You're right. Yeah.
It loses in between.
Yes.
It forgets what was the main task.
So correct. Like this is something ये तो मैं daily basis पे face करता हूँ. एक time के बाद it starts losing के okay आपने क्या बोला था पहले, and then वो assume या guess करने लगता है फिर वहाँ से, and things don't remain the same.
Right.
Yeah. Correct. True. Yeah.
So I to ask that first question, I do not feel a whole application in itself can be built.
All right. So let's move to another kind of aspect of understanding the life at any company. Like you are working at one company, so I want to understand as an engineer, when some kind of problem comes to you, what it looks like. Is it like a bug every time, or it's a feature, or a report, a doc, or what it is? Like what I'm trying to understand is, or maybe I know a little bit about it, but I think audience wants to understand this. Working as an engineer in XYZ company at a high, like a company which is massive, right? So Microsoft is big. What do you get as an engineer on a daily basis? Like they come up with some problems or features, or what exactly your day looks like?
Yeah, I get you. So there can be multiple things. There can be a feature request. There can be a bug in an application which you'll have to solve. There can be a dashboard request. You need to build a dashboard for the existing product. There could be some investigation involved. You'll have to investigate into कि ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, even if it is the right behavior to do.
Okay, so investigate means like this app is behaving like this on this input, on this behavior, on this action, it's behaving like this. So investigate why it's doing that.
True.
Yeah.
In the big products, investigation is the main part, because
and those kind of things happen.
Yeah, every day. And my approach to the problem generally is just like DSA. First of all, I try to understand the problem, exactly what is the problem and why it emerged. Not just the problem, whatever the work item is. And then I try to jump in where the code is written, if it is towards the coding side. Yeah, what existing solutions are there towards other teams. Since these companies are big, if I'm suppose working on Word, maybe Excel has a similar product, they have solved it some way. So first of all, look around for the existing solutions, and then I try to understand the code around it, and then I discuss it with somebody who has worked on a similar problem or on a similar code base. That I think is the main part, because you can think of a solution completely, and in the PR, in the pull request, you will get rejected because somebody knows some caveat that you missed.
So when the code base is so big, any project, let's say it's really big, massive, right? Giant project. So what the process looks like on adding a feature, or maybe assisting with already written feature, or maybe changing some things there. what kind of mindset is involved? Have you ever worked anything like that? Like,
Yeah, I have worked on a couple of features. So you'll know Word has many features in it. So we have worked on the feature end to end. So the first aspect is to follow the existing design patterns. That is the, maybe from my aspect as an engineer aspect, the first goal that I want.
What exactly you mean when you say following the design pattern?
So there are multiple design patterns. You can maybe follow a singleton pattern, or maybe you can follow a factory pattern. Maybe you are not applying the solid principles that well enough. So you first have to understand, maybe the code that you are viewing is written 7 to 8 years back. And now the norms have changed. Now the coding style has changed. So you have to adapt to that first of all. You have to design a problem.
And actually, to give audience some context, guys, design patterns basically code writing style. So like when you write big softwares, it's not like the way we learn on YouTube or things like you do everything on one file and like just keep writing. It's not like that. Basically, you need to follow some fundamental rules, and every style has some different rules. And when you write the code in a particular style, that is called a design pattern. So that's what we are talking about. So yeah, coming back to this question, let's say you are writing a feature and something breaks. Okay, you didn't notice it. What would be the procedure? You build the feature, you ran it, it was working, but you didn't went for edge case or something like that. Can you push it from there, or there's some unit testing involved? Obviously it is, but that is something which you do, or there is a separate team for that?
Okay, so most of the things related to my code would be owned by me, including those unit tests. And towards that question, if something goes bad and maybe it has reached production, so just to give context, there are multiple rings. So you have, suppose, ring 1, ring 2, ring 3, right? So ring 1 would be only the internal Microsoft users. Nobody externally would be exposed.
Okay, ring, all of these rings come under the actual deployment cycle? Okay.
Yes. Cool. So there are multiple rings always. First of all, you will always find the problem in the first ring itself, where nobody outside Microsoft has been, I would say, affected with that. Second, maybe you didn't notice and it went to production. People are seeing that. So every feature in these big companies is protected through feature flags. So you can turn off the feature flag in an instant. Like you just have to follow some procedure. You will turn off that feature flag. You don't have to wait 3 or 4 days for that code to go to the production. Your feature would stop right away. And you have, while writing the code, you have to write it in such a way that feature flag is integrated to your code. And when it turns off, the old code replaces it.
All right.
Yeah. So this is how experimentation works in these big companies.
Okay. Now, the next question, it is very different actually. It has nothing to do with what we have discussed till now. It's more, I would say, it's more leaning towards what students wants to know. When anybody, prepares for companies like Mang, these big companies, every student has like dream to go to these companies. I have asked this question to many guests, and now it's your turn. So let's talk about DSA. Okay. The moment I say DSA, there's always one question. Is it still relevant? And if it is, how much?
My point of view on that is DSA is still relevant, and if not the same, its relevance has even increased today.
Why?
Because with the AI, people can have many projects in their resumes. You have built it through some AI, you have built maybe Amazon clone or everything through AI. You don't know how it works in production. You have not gained that problem solving skills. You have not gained that knowledge how to proceed to a problem. Then think of the trade-offs between time complexity and memory. You have to think of those trade-offs, and all those things you learn when you do DSA. Like, because in the early stages of your career, you do not get pushed to a particular tech stack or something. Like, you go into a company, you crack an interview, you don't know in which team you'll land, which tech stack they'll give you to work on.
Right. And do you think system design is becoming a new DSA?
True. I'll say to some extent, yes, system design rounds are even being asked in entry-level jobs these
Right.
days.
Actually, I've heard this, and I've seen a lot of companies asking this. Even in round 2 or round 3, like sometimes round 1, they are asking system design questions, specifically low level design. So yeah, I've seen low level and high level design both, but yeah, I've seen that coming. So I can see, like sometimes you see big companies asking some things, and automatically other companies are going to follow that. So you can always predict like this is coming. So when you see Meta having this AI round where they say you can come and you can build anything, you're free to use AI. So that speaks volumes. Like AI adoption rate is extremely high, and a company like Meta is saying that. So definitely, like, you should understand and you should know how to use AI to build things. I have another question. This is about, you see, like engineering itself. Back then, it was a lot about, if you just know building a basic app, companies would consider that you are a programmer and you can come in and learn more about how things happen in real world and work with us. But do you believe and do you think now, as more AI advancements are there, now the more easy it has become to learn tech and make an app, do you think it has become very difficult for a person to just know how to create an app and get a job around that? What I'm saying is, like, you know only how to build an app, okay, any kind of web app CRUD based, and do you think it has become difficult to just know that and get a job?
It is true to some extent. I would say it is true to some extent, yes. Because earlier it was very hard to get those resources or to build an app. You'll have to push around a lot. You'll have to go read many documentation around it. When you read that documentation, you also gain some knowledge around it. Na? Ki this is stuff you read about maybe caching someday, and you hit about Redis, you read about many things, and you'll gain your knowledge beyond that project as well, which you are building. So earlier companies also knew ki if that person has built some projects on his own, he would have a context around things. But today with AI, many early engineers, I would say, or college students, build it through LLMs, ChatGPT, through Claude. They build it through LLMs and maybe miss that extra context around it.
And also they miss how to struggle and find answers.
True. They haven't gone to YouTube videos to search that. They have
Correct.
just asked it to go
And they even then went to searching for an answer for about an hour and saying, okay, fuck it, and move, and then come back after a few hours and then again sit and figure shit out. So I completely understand what you're saying. And here's my last question. Actually, this is around this. A lot of our viewers, in case you don't know, at Sheryians, a lot of students study online and offline in both contexts, right? We have offline boot camps here at Bhopal. We teach solid engineering, honestly, like solid engineering, from RAG to building your own LLM and everything else, like full stack web dev, data structures, Gen AI, everything. And we make 10 solid apps together, nearly 19 apps. Do you think anybody who's really good with full stack web dev, and when I say they're really good, what I mean is they can just give them a feature to build or an app to build, they'll go out, they'll figure things out, by themselves and they'll be able to build it. If you'll ask them, okay, now make it work on 100 users, concurrent 100 users, and they'll figure that out as well. I mean, like, just ask them and they'll figure it out. Okay, they're good with data structures, algorithm, and they understand generative AI as well. Do you think Akshit personally would help me to refer these students?
I feel the way you have said it, if the candidate is so good, I'm just providing a referral, the company would benefit as well from
Correct.
such a guy. Because companies are on a hunt to find those guys. Companies are investing a lot to just hire people. So why wouldn't I would love to refer such a guy if you know someone.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So that was for you guys. I've asked this for you. Now, if you're working really hard, make sure you understand real engineering and not just how to build a web app. Always focus, like, it's in this steps, Akshit. Up sunna what I'm trying to say. I believe it's always in this steps. First, try to figure out how to make an app. Okay, app. When I say app, it can be app, it can be web app, could be any XYZ thing, whatever you like to. Let's say you love clothes or fashion, you can build an app around that. Like, okay, just open your own shop or maybe something like that. Now try to bring 100 people on that app and make it work. Okay, that will teach you a lot about scaling and architecture and real engineering. In the process, you'll learn a lot about everything you need to know to crack such big companies. Okay, and you definitely need understanding of LLD and HLD. I'm not saying you need to be really pro at it, because for entry level jobs, nobody's asking you to be pro, but you need to have understanding of it. You need to have a little bit understanding of DSA. And guys, a lot of times these people have question कि यार काश मैं भी 2015 में पास आउट हो जाता तो मुझे सिर्फ HTML CSS सीखना पड़ता है. But guys, what you don't understand is at that time only HTML CSS JS सीखना भी बहुत difficult था because there was no resource. Do you agree with it?
Yeah, right, true.
So there was nothing, honestly. मैं आपको बताता हूँ, when I was learning, so for the DSA and for cracking these Mang Fang companies, भाई, there was no Geo. तब Geo exist नहीं करता था. None of these creators exist नहीं करते थे. तो there was a book, अभी भी I think search करने पे मिलेगी, Cracking the Coding Interview. So मैं उस book से पढ़ता था to crack Google. I was preparing for it at that time. So it was very hard time to get into these companies. बहुत difficult था. और उसके कंपैरिजन अक्षित, इट्स सो इजी. लाइक इफ यू हैव, वही बात है ना, लाइक आई हैव हर्ड इट समवेयर, इफ यू हैव लिटिल बिट ऑफ सैवेज इन यू, यू कैन लिटरली फक अप दिस कंप्लीट जनरेशन जो इस वक्त compete कर रही है, honestly. So to everyone over here, guys, this is what it is. Like, if you are really excited to join such big giants, such big companies, you gotta work hard, and I've already told you what to do. So yeah, that's about it. Akshit, any point you have to say?
Yeah, I'll try to add one point. I would like to tell you guys, so if you struggle to find good projects around, you can just go to YC co-founder match platform. Many people out there are searching for folks who can work on their startups. They already have funding. They can pay well as well to just become a founding engineer or work as an intern. So I would say that would be a very, very, very good exposure to you guys if you do that.
And honestly, we are hiring. If you're so good at it, we are also hiring. Like, we continuously hire. Like, if you go to our hiring page, the heading says we are always hiring. Yeah, actually, like, you might have seen a lot of pages, hiring pages, where they say we are hiring for these roles. We have said we are hiring, we're always hiring. Tell us what you're good at. honestly, like we haven't listed any roles there. I think we are always hiring. If you think you are really good at full stack, come to us. If you think you're really good at content, just come to us. Like again, to you all, like if you think you're really good at something, we're always hiring, guys. So go there and apply. It's Sheryians.com slash I think jobs. Yeah, you can go there and you can apply there. So, and for the reference, just ask. We have Akshit and we have few more connections who will definitely refer you if you're really good. Perfect, Akshit. So really happy to have you here, भाई. बहुत बढ़िया लगा. And to the audience, guys, I believe आप लोगों को बहुत कुछ info मिला होगा, काफी कुछ सीखने को मिला होगा. And do mention the questions जो मैं पूछना भूल गया, जो मुझे पूछने चाहिए थे. And I would love to ask those questions जो हमारे next guests होंगे. Thank you very much for watching and मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में. तब तक के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं because और by the way हमने अक्षित का लिंक्डइन यहाँ पे डिस्क्रिप्शन पे मेंशन किया हुआ है, so go and do check it out. Follow करो अक्षित को and ask for referrals. you can ask for referrals. You can ask for referrals from me as well and Akshit as well. So definitely that would be fun. आपकी भी जॉब लग जाएगी, आपकी भी इंटर्नशिप लग जाएगी, but you need to be really good at it. So perfect. That's about it, guys. मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में. There's a lot coming up on this channel. Stay connected. Have a good day or maybe good night. Bye bye.